So super random. And this one person that popped up was this lady named DoorDash, and I was watching her for a minute. Like, I'm not gonna say a minute, for like a month, maybe for like a month. And when I was watching her, she was just delivering DoorDash, and she would be like, I got the order.
We got the order, baby. Ooh, look at that. God's last laugh is the funniest laugh of all. Why? Because I'm not going to a job I hate every day.
And it would be, I'm not gonna sit up here and play with y'all. Like, I would be in the backyard minding my business. And it would be funny as hell. And I remember commenting on one of her videos, because like her videos were not, I'm not gonna say they was inspirational to me. Let's be honest, they were not inspirational to me. But I was just like, oh, I just want her to win. Like, I just like seeing people win. I like seeing people make their money, honey. And I remember commenting one day, like, oh, I know you gonna have the desires of your heart. Like, cause it was something she had went through or something in the video. And I'm like, girl, one day you get in a minute, you gonna be getting 10,000 subscribers a week, girl. And she got it. And what's crazy, I am indifferent in this, right? Because the world hates DoorDash. Not the whole world, but a sinister piece of the world. And most of them are her age. And why are all of the old people mad at DoorDash?
Okay, here's my 2 cents on DoorDash. I initially followed her when I first saw her on YouTube. I felt that she was being authentic. The next day, something told me to unsubscribe for her channel, and I did. I didn't know the reason. But then a few weeks later, someone was like, go search DoorDash scamming. And lo and behold, I went down a rabbit hole. I despise people who come on any social media platform with malicious intent, with no authenticity, no goodness in their heart and their soul, and spread lies about their lifestyle. On YouTube, you're broke, and on Instagram, you are rich and famous and doing all these glamorous things. The elderly are on here believing in people who are scamming other people. This is not your channel. This is YouTube's platform who's letting you use it. You have policies to adhere by. And those people who you allegedly scam, I pray they get justice. Because I just...
Yeah, DoorDash says start your content. 40 and over, or whatever age you are. I'm glad. Thank you, DoorDash. God is a good God. You gotta be humble, grateful, and your blessings will start flowing. I thank God every day for waking me up, starting me on my way, getting me started into something different and new, something I had no idea that I could do. I've been doing computer for quite a while. I just hadn't been doing YouTuber. Well, I've been on YouTube since 2012. I just never was consistent. Just started being consistent 6-8 months ago. So you have a beautiful day. God bless.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call nobody old, not old, but this is my thing. When I first saw her or whatever on YouTube, I was like I said, like, oh, I'm excited for this lady, right? And so then, like I said, her views started taking off. I've been doing this on YouTube for a long time, so I know all it takes is one video to get you in the algorithm, and then it's like, so that happened for her. And when it happened for her, she's like, you can do it too, you can do it too, and you can do it too, and you can do it too. So then all of these people, we're not gonna talk about age, I was just kidding when I was talking about old people. All of these people are getting on YouTube and they are like, I'm quitting my job too. I'm about to quit my job. Do not quit your job for YouTube. What is wrong with y'all? And that's for everybody, not just DoorDash. It was so many people before that were like, I quit my job for YouTube. Don't do that. Now, at the beginning of my career, I thought, at the beginning of my YouTube world, I thought I could do that too. Thank God I had seed money that I could live off of. But YouTube is not something that you quit your job for YouTube AdSense. Oh no, baby. What you do with YouTube, you use YouTube as a conduit to build other things, because it's gonna be up and down. There was one point on my channel where all of my videos were at least 100,000 views, right? Every last one. But then sometimes things fluctuate. It doesn't have to be anything that you do wrong. Sometimes it's the seasons. It doesn't matter. YouTube is something that cannot be balanced. Like, there are so many people that are here on YouTube now that used to be like in the hundreds and thousands of views all the time, that they'll post a video now and their video will get a couple thousand views. One person that jumps out to me is, no, I'm not gonna say nobody's name specifically, but it is happening to a whole lot of YouTubers. There are a lot of YouTubers in like the hair frame or the hair world of YouTube that have like over 400,000 subscribers that'll post a video that won't get over 5,000 views. So it means absolutely nothing. And the income on YouTube is good, yes, but is it enough for you to depend on and quit your job and say, okay, I don't need this job no more because I'm gonna post a whole bunch of videos on YouTube, and if I post a video on YouTube every single day, the same way I went to work every single day, those hours are going to equal up to the hours from when I was at work? No, they not. No, they not. No, they won't. No, they don't. They do not. They don't. And it's flighty. Sometimes you post a video and it go through the roof. Sometimes you post a video, 2 people see it. For real. And there's really nothing that you can do about that, right? Sometimes you go on certain people's channels, right? Like, I'm using this chick for an example. Love her commentary videos, right? But when you look on her channel, sis has been doing this for years. When you go back to some of her first original videos, they don't even have 1,000 views. And then one day she did a commentary video and it sent her views through the roof. And then after that, she was like, I'm about to keep up on this commentary because it's hitting for your girl, right? And that's what she ended up doing, and that worked for her. But at the same time, if right now she decided, okay, I'm not gonna do a commentary video, I'm gonna do a video about cheese balls, about Cheeto cheese balls, and just looking at Cheeto cheese balls. I'm gonna do a video, how many Cheeto cheese balls are in the Cheeto bag? The same amount of people that watch her reaction videos are not gonna watch her count to see how many Cheeto puff balls are in that bag, right? And I'm saying that to say this, it's like, I think people have this warped reality of what YouTube is. I remember when I first got on YouTube, when I first was making money off YouTube, when it was my primary job, when I stopped doing hair, right? Obviously I had other things in the background too, but if I said, oh, I'm a YouTuber, people are like, what? You gotta get a real job. Or other people who work on YouTube, people are like, what? You gotta get a real job, because it wasn't respected. And now with everybody just joining, you're not respecting it either. They're like, thumbnails don't matter anymore. Now this doesn't matter anymore. And the thing is this, you have to figure out what you have to offer, because at the end of the day, YouTube is about fads, and it's about viral moments, and about you jumping on something at the beginning. So for example, I'm just using DoorDash for an example. People are only going to want to listen to you talk about how, like, maybe the type of videos that she makes right now, I'll give it a good year before people are like, okay, I need something else. Like, oh, my YouTube AdSense, how much money YouTube pay me, start a YouTube channel, you can start a YouTube channel too, quit your 9-to-5 job, all of that. Like, after a while, that is gonna get old. And the thing is, quitting your 9-to-5 job for YouTube is extremely irresponsible. I'm just being real. I'm just being honest.
Oh my God, yo. So the 11th day of every month. No! Okay, I'm sorry. The 11th day of every month, right? Y'all, if you've been following me since I got monetized on YouTube, well, I didn't monetize until I got y'all's permission. Because I don't know, I just feel like I need to ask y'all permission. Then I monetized, and I looked at the 11th day of the month, and I saw how much I made in 11 days on YouTube. I was blown away. So every month for the past 2 months, I've been looking at my revenue at the 11th day. So I looked at my revenue today for the 11th day. I'm sorry. If you know, I am 42 years old. I have had to work my behind off all my life, and I quit my job of almost 7 years because I believed that I was more than just working a job. I believed that I was more than working at McDonald's, more than working at a call center. I was even in the respiratory care program. And I was like, this is not for me. And I'm like, oh my God, like what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Why can't I just work a job? Why can't I just be a good citizen and work a job? Why do I keep working job from job from job? And I was like, okay, let me be an entrepreneur. And I tried that. And it cost too much money to have a product. So I said, okay, what is wrong with me? Like, why can't I just be a good citizen and keep a good job?
When I stopped doing hair, I didn't quit my job for YouTube, because when I stopped doing hair, I had coaching classes, I sold ebooks. There were so many other things that I did to supplement my income. Let's say that let's say that when I stopped doing hair, the reason that I stopped doing hair is because I'm like, okay, I don't need this. I'm about to make a crap load of money on YouTube. I don't need this. This is what happened. When I first initially stopped doing hair, I was making about $13,000 to $14,000 a month here on YouTube, right? So after I stopped doing hair, I'm gonna say after that first 6 months, right, of me no longer posting hair videos, out of nowhere, that was the same year that YouTube introduced the algorithm. Now, the only reason that I was like, okay, I could stop doing hair is because, and I already talked about it in this video here, so I'm not gonna go deep into that. If you want to know the exact reasons, I have 2 videos, part 1 and part 2, link in the description box below. But one of the main reasons that I was like, okay, I can be done with this is because I'm like, on top of all of the other things that I have going on, brand deals and all of the other big companies and stuff that I was working with, like I was good, right? But still, I'm like, no matter what, if I stop doing this, I still have YouTube, right? But it went from $14,000 1 month to slowly, after that first 6 months, when that algorithm hit, baby, when that algorithm hit, it was like, okay, it went from my titles and stuff like not really mattering. I could just post really whatever I want, as long, and like the title didn't matter, as long as like I had a cute thumbnail of like their hair, everything was fine. But it went from me going 14,000 slowly to 13 to 12 to 11 to 10. Like you slowly watch it all dwindle down, right? And before I knew it, and it was gradually, like it wasn't just all at one time. Like I said, from 14 to 13, 12, 10, 9, 11, 10, you know, all it just went all the way down to, it got to 1,000. Went from 1,000, it got all the way down to $500. So from $14,000 a month to $500 a month. Mind you, I was still posting the same amount of videos every week. They were still the same length, but because of the algorithm, it was no longer reaching my viewers. People were no longer seeing it. So yeah, Like, if I would have quit my job for YouTube with all of my bills still needing me to make $14,000 a month, what in the hell would I have done? YouTube is like I said, a conduit for you to start other businesses. If you are having a whole lot of success right now, this is time for you to begin to nurture your audience into something else. I believe that it is extremely irresponsible for people to get here on YouTube and tell you to quit your job, because around COVID, everybody was quitting their jobs. So I want you to do something. Go back on YouTube and go back to all of those people who were quitting their jobs. And I think that sometimes people get lucky. Like, y'all remember that girl who was in a van? It was like a blue van, and out of nowhere she just was getting millions and millions of views, millions of subscribers, all for just being in her van. Well, sometimes the algorithm just hits people, right? But the thing is, what I've noticed is DoorDash has brought out a whole bunch of people. I don't want to call people haters, but it's like, I feel like if the woman, cause she's been on YouTube for a while. She had a case. It was a thing where people were like, oh, she's a scammer because she had a hair care product. Don't they all, girl?
Notice this, ladies and gentlemen, no tears, as we always been seeing. She's fake crying. Fake crying.
I'm not a fraud, y'all. I'm not a fraud, y'all.
Wow. This is crazy.
Got out of control. Things just got out of my control. Things just got out of hand.
She got caught, y'all.
And when you have a product, a hair product,
Notice there's no, watch this.
any product that requires you make money, I'm gonna park in this area. I just parked here. But when you have a product and you have to make money to keep it sustained, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. I didn't know, but it's tough having a product that you have to have money to keep going. I'm not a fraud, y'all. I'm not a fraud. It just got out of control. Things just got out of my control.
Things got out of her control.
Things just got out of hand. And when you have a product, a hair product, any product that requires you to make money, I'm gonna park in this area. I just parked here. But when you have a product and you have to make money to keep it sustained, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. I didn't know, but it's tough having a product that you have to have money to keep going. And sometimes you have a dream, and you say, God, I have this dream. You put this vision on my mind, and then you're like, okay, God, I thought you were going to help me. And you realize that you also need money. And so, and I'm making this video because y'all, I'm not a fraud. I went on Twitter today, and I saw this girl. She had tagged me in a post, a tweet, which makes sense. I mean, you're upset, you're mad because you didn't get your product. I understand that. But she said hashtag fucking fraud, and then she said hashtag fake ass something, and then fake ass, and then she tagged my product and she tagged my name.
it hit me hard because I have never done anything like this. I've never taken people's money and not provided them what they were going to get. Y'all know my customer service was top notch. I was answering your email. I mean, life can. When I saw that, I was like, do I address it? And so I commented back and I told her, you know, I'll give you your money back. What's your name on the order? But just seeing hashtag fucking fraud and fake ass, like I don't even cuss like that. But I'm saying exactly what she put in the tweet. And so I said, I can't let something like this stay on my heart. And so I said, I'm gonna go ahead and make it a video and I'm gonna address everything. Like, y'all, I thought I had it under control. My product started hard, it hit hard in 2015. It was one of the best products out there.
In 2015, people, she was scamming since 2015.
It's so painful how much I hurt so many people. 500 orders, y'all, have still not gone out. And these people have ordered in September. And they have not gone out.
Listen, people ordered from September and didn't get nothing, people.
You know how much that hurts? And I was gonna hold it in, I wasn't gonna say nothing. But I said, I can't. I may not have the product, and I may not have the money to give back to y'all, but I cannot just let this sit on my heart, because not only is it killing me on the inside, but I have to tell y'all, that $8 sale killed everything for me.
Wow!
And it frustrates me so much because y'all, I mean, a lot of y'all were paying full price for the product, like full price. But I just wanted to give back in a way that I felt like, okay, the product's too high, people are saying stuff, and I tried so hard to stay at what it was really going to cost to keep the product going. But then a lot of y'all had such a problem with that, so I was like, okay, let me go ahead and give it for $10. And I gave it for $10, and I said, let me go ahead and do it for $8. And then the $10 was already taking me out, y'all. The $10 was already taking me out. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm overspending on something. So I can give an $8 sale. Maybe I just need to cut my spending. But that $8 sale killed me.
What in the world she wiping? There's no tears. There's no tears on her face, but she's acting like she's wiping something, fam. This is crazy.
Just never did it. And so it got to the point where the postage was outweighing how much I was making. The ingredients was outweighing how much I was making. And it got to a point where I was up over my head and I had to take orders just to make money to mail orders.
What? So wait a minute.
A curl cream or something like that, and basically she had 500 orders and nobody got their stuff or whatever, and people were like, oh, she was scamming. But she told her story, so I listened to it. I believe her. From that, people are like, oh, she's a scammer. Y'all, do the math, right? If she had 500 orders, right, mind you, she's selling these orders for about $8 a piece. So if she's selling them for $8 a piece, which is freaking crazy, because shipping sometimes is $6 to $8, like anywhere between $6 to like $10, depending on where you ship it to, right? So if you multiply 500 times 6, that's about 4,000, give or take, right? So then if you go back and multiply just the shipping labels alone, mind you, she's making each product herself. So if you just take the shipping labels alone, let's say that the shipping labels are what, like $6. So if she bought shipping labels for $8 a piece, if she bought 500 shipping labels for $8 a piece, that's $4,000. So that's $4,000. So if she sold each bottle for $8 and she made, if she sold each bottle for $8 and she got 500 of them, that means she only made $4,000. So shipping labels, if you multiply 8 times 500, that's the exact amount of money she made. So she only made enough money to buy shipping labels, and her products were made to order, which means that she was only able to make products based on the inventory she was able to buy with the things that you guys bought her. I'm definitely not defending her, but that's not a scammer. That's somebody who doesn't really know how to properly do business, right?
the thing that bothers me is like she's not even supporting other content creators.
What?
Other small YouTube channels.
What?
That are following her formula.
You guys, Jesus Christ. If you're gonna make a video critiquing a big YouTuber, make sure you do your homework. This woman has done nothing but support smaller creators. She's even supported me several times, like 3 or 4 times. How do you think Dash Your Faith got put on? She supported him. She shouted him out. She's done it to dozens of creators. Dozens. Please, you guys, do your research before you come online talking nonsense.
Because again, just shipping labels alone is going to take most of that money, right? So if just the shipping label is gonna cost her $4,000, right? Imagine how much her buying the things for the actual product is going to cost. So most likely she spent the majority of the money on buying the things for the product. Then she said she did another sale to try to make the money to buy the shipping labels, and then ended up in a deeper hole than she was before. Obviously it's not the 500 all at one time, but I really hope that you guys see the parallel that I'm trying to draw. Again, not making excuses or anything like that for her, but one thing that I noticed is so many older people that are just online that are like, DoorDash told me to quit my job and I did it, and now look at me. It's like, bro, you're like 50. Like, why would you quit your job for, like, it makes no sense. Most of the people who quit their job for YouTube weren't even monetized yet. Like, you guys, YouTube is not just easy. It's not just something that anybody could do, because if anybody could do it, everybody could do it. There are a whole lot of people who quit their jobs in COVID for YouTube that are right back at work. There are even more people who have been some of the OGs of YouTube here since before any of y'all thought about YouTube, whose the algorithm has not been fair to them at all, and they're back working regular jobs. So the whole YouTube's on easy mode thing, and the whole, oh, it's super easy and all you have to do is this, it's full of BS. It is. And I know that it's like a whole new world, right? If you are older and you're used to working a 9-to-5 job, having freedom is like, oh my God, this is amazing. But y'all have to do it in baby steps, right? Start a channel, have the channel for a couple years, have the algorithm really pick you up on a regular basis, get monetized, and then not only get monetized, but before you quit your job, whether it's your monetization on YouTube, or whether it's your monetization on YouTube, or it's the side things that you do through the YouTube subscribers that you have, don't do that. People love to be like, oh, I quit my job and I stepped out on faith. I'm sorry, I'm not Christian, but I know the Bible like the back of my hand because I used to be a Christian. And faith without works is dead. If you have faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. Everything goes back to you and you actually putting in the work. So even though it sounds nice, like, oh yeah, I'ma just press record and go, sometimes that's okay. But after a long period of time, especially if you are trying to transition into business or you're selling something, eventually the people that you're selling things to are gonna want to see like some type of structure in some type of way. And maybe they won't, but I do think that everybody should find what works for them, right? You can get a whole lot of feedback from other people. You can get different pointers, but at the end of the day, it's about you and how you take bits and pieces from a little bit of everybody and make it your own. But to say that YouTube is on easy mode is low-key kind of offensive, because this be a full-time job on top of other full-time jobs, and there's nothing easy about it. And just standing in your room and talking about the first thought that you just randomly have, sometimes it's okay, but I just want y'all to be realistic, right? If you think that you're going to be able to sustain your life for the next 50 years, for the next 15 to 20 years, just from you doing that type of content, if that's something that you really believe that'll have longevity no matter what happens, then go right ahead. But I just think it's crazy. And I also I don't know how I feel about it. It's weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched it, I was like, oh my god, yes, like, I want her to win. I'm so happy for her. But I still do. I still feel the same way. But I don't know. I just stopped watching as much only because of these moments right here.
Oh my god, yo.
And it's cool. Like, I'm down with you being excited. I have no problem. But I just feel so weird. I just feel so weird what you doing.
Don't play with me because you playing with 53,000 people. And we coming for you. Try it if you want to. We coming for you. Because you don't know me. Don't play with me. You don't know me. You make your videos, but don't dare come for me. Because you don't know me. I'm nice and I'm grateful and I'm humble, but try me if you want to. Don't play no games with none of us, cause you're not one of us.
YouTuber Dodash recently made a $19 strategy guide that she wanted to sell you folks in order to help you grow on YouTube to have success. She called it her simple blueprint to YouTube success, but it's an actual scam. It's a total flop. There is nothing in it that actually can help you.
All right, beautiful people, I'm back one more again. It's Coco, baby, it's Coco, it's Coco. So listen, I want to come back here and say this. The blueprint that Dodash put out is not a blueprint, okay? I want to say this. It was some simple advice. It was for those who had begged and begged and begged for her to put something out, and she did. She put out a 13-minute video, and that's okay. I'm going to tell you why, because that purpose serves somebody. For more experienced people, even for new people, it may not have gave you what you needed or what you wanted, but if you didn't go into it with any expectation at all, you might have got something from it. But if you didn't get something from it, that's okay. I always tell people, take what resonates and keep it pushing. So if you didn't get anything from it, what it did happen is that you supported her.
And I don't know why. And then after, I don't know. It just felt weird. And I do know why. But I don't want to say it, because that's not what this video is about. I just think that we should all just learn how to let people be their own people. And I feel like more than her looking crazy, I feel like it makes a lot of people in her genre, in her generation, look crazy, because it's like they're not getting views unless they talk about her, whether it's positive or negative. They're not getting views unless they talk about DoorDash, unless they say she's a horrible person and all of this. They're not getting views. You don't have to watch the lady. But she's not hurting anybody. And why everybody who, like, people are like, oh, I bought her $19 book and it wasn't worth anything. And it's like, that's your fault, bro. You can clearly go on her channel right now and see that before she went viral, she was throwing noodles at the wall, trying to see when the water was done. She didn't know. She's trying to figure the shit out right along with you. And then she also told y'all knew that her YouTube check wasn't coming. She was gonna try to figure out some shit to do in the meantime, in between time. I feel like people are just looking for something to be negative about, because I don't think people would be talking that much about her if her views weren't going up so high, or if their views were going up, because the people that are talking about her, their views aren't up unless they're talking about her. It's crazy. And it's like a cult. I've never seen anything like it. And it's only, I'm not attacking this generation, it's only this generation. When I go look in the comments, the majority of the people are her generation, and the majority, not all, but the majority of people who got inspired to start a channel by her are in her generation. But there are other people that are my age that were inspired by her, and I don't think that it's anything wrong with her encouraging people to start their own channel, because it's true. Like, you can stop working a regular 9 to 5 and start a YouTube channel, and your life really could change. But does that mean that your one viral video is gonna mean that you're gonna be viral forever? How many viral people do we no longer talk about anymore? I'll put a couple of their videos here. So I don't know, let me know what y'all think about it. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of sad to me to constantly, like, it's like crabs in a bucket. Like, how are y'all that mad that this woman is winning, whatever her winning may look like? Like, I don't really see her doing anything that harmful. And if y'all stop by, there's nothing about this woman that says she's a professional cosmetologist, hair specialist, that y'all should have been buying products from in the first place. So it's just, why come every time it's a black woman and a bunch of black people surrounded by a woman, how come it always got some damn Team Natural stuff in it? How come? I'm not making stuff up. I want to know, how come every time it's some drama with black people on the YouTube, somewhere, somehow, in the crevices, deep down below, is some type of Team Natural product in it? Y'all always telling me not to bring it up. I'm not trying to bring it up. I was minding my business watching the lady. I was minding my business. Y'all, like, what was it? The Curl Gobbler or something? Her product was called the Curl Gobbler. I don't know. This is ridiculous. It's constantly ridiculous. We're always constantly having the same conversations over and over again. You got all of the people arguing online. You got all of the older people mad. They mad. I think some of them lying. And I'ma say this, millennials, I don't know what the hell we've been doing. But y'all need to get back over y'all mama's house. Y'all need to get back over y'all auntie's houses. You need to get back at your grandma's house and figure out why she on the YouTube. Manage your videos a little bit. Try to help her out a little bit. Tell her, Grandma, I don't know if you should do that. I don't know if you should say that. I don't know if you should. Help them out. Because millennials, we just letting our grandmas and our aunties and our uncles get on the YouTube. They're looking crazy. Everybody, it's not that easy. Okay. It's not that easy. Okay. It's not just click a right here on the button and then it's so easy. It's not like that. We be working hard. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Again, older people, don't get mad at me. I'm older too. I'm 34. I'm just saying, I put the video clips in so you can see what I'm talking about. Get your uncles, y'all. To me, these are the deacons that the pastor don't never get a microphone to. These the deacons that the pastor don't never be letting talk at church. Or maybe these some of them pastors that ain't nobody coming to the church, so they getting on the YouTube so they can gas some more money in the congregational plate. I don't know what it is. But millennials, we need to get our aunties and our uncles and our mamas and our daddies and help them out. Because it's looking raw. It's looking rough.